What's up, mate? All done.
Well, we just got to get the solicitor information across, and then that's a fucking another one! Yes, boys! Yes, I have just woken up, slept in, but got a good call to make. Hopefully it's an accepted offer call. Just calling to say that we're happy with everything and we're happy to move forward.
Fantastic. And then once I've got that, I can get the last screen light lit, and then she'll be able to send it out to the solicitors.
Amazing, thank you so much. Alright, on with today's video. Really sorry about the state of me in the clip from this morning. Fucking knackered, absolutely slept in, but it was because I was in London last night doing something that scared the fuck out of me, to put it bluntly. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So I probably titled this video something along the lines of how I grew confidence, or something to do with confidence, right? And for the longest time, I have had very low confidence, and like I'm very good at making it look like I'm confident, but my shyness does come out and I get fucking nervous like real quick. So I decided, how am I going to like build my confidence? Like, what do I have to do to build my confidence? And I feel like there's a couple of ways to build your confidence, and one of them is just do stuff that scares the fuck out of you. And the other way is just do something so many times that it gets boring, okay? So the first one, I wanted to do stuff that in my head, it was like, if I do this, then this will make that easier. So I'm going to talk through about 4 or 5 things that I'd done that at the time scared the fuck out of me, but if I hadn't done it, I wouldn't have been able to do the next thing and then do the next thing, which ultimately led me to here today, where I'm on my way to the accountant to figure out how I'm going to pay myself for the business for the first time. So yeah, it's fucking exciting, and I hope it helped. All right, let's see how the fuck I'm going to pay myself, because I do not know how to do this. Just spent an hour speaking with my accountant, and I have no idea what the fuck he said for most of it. About paying corporation tax, VAT, all that stuff. Oh my god, I have no fucking clue. And if you think that you need to be smart to run a business or start business, I'm here to bust that myth, by the way. You do not have to be smart. That sort of shit. No clue what the fuck he was talking about, and I wish I did, but that's what I pay him for, innit? Beep, 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 beep. Alright, I'm running late for a viewing, as always. Probably be about 15 minutes late, but it's the tenant showing me around. I've no idea what that's going to be like. I really hope it goes well. But yeah, man, like when it comes to, like, it's very fucking exciting. Do not get me wrong, it is so fucking exciting being able to go to a meeting with my accountant and talk about how we're going to pay ourselves. Like that's fucking awesome, because you know what I mean, like finally making money. But when it's like, oh, you have to do like holding companies and trading companies, and what you put through the business, what you put through your personal name, how you pay like dividends and all that sort of, oh my fucking god, dividends and all that shit, like I've no fucking clue. So like Michael knows all this shit. He's like the analytical side of the business. He loves all this sort of shit. But see me, fuck me, I do not know that. Naff all about this. And yeah, I think I'm just going to stick to this, the content creation side of things, the creative side of things, which kind of leads me on to a good point. Figure out what kind of person you are. Are you creative? Are you analytical? And when it comes to your weaknesses and strengths, double down on your strengths and outsource your weaknesses, because there's no point wasting time getting good at things you're shit at. You better pay people to do that, and then double down on the things you are good at, because those are the things that'll probably make you money, yeah? So yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. I'm fucking outsourcing things I'm shit at, which turns out to be quite a lot. Can you let the tenants know that I'll be about 10 minutes late because there was a lot of traffic on the motorway?
Okay, that's fine. No worries, I'm going to call the tenant just now.
Okay, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
No worries. Cheers, guys.
Bye. Bish bash bosh, just let people know you're going to be late. Fuck you now.
Oh yeah, there's
Let people know that you're going to be a bit late, because it happens, man, but don't leave people hanging. Free tip. Alright, it's time to talk about the point of the video, so building confidence. And that really involves me going over how I built my confidence, right? And how I built my confidence was, I'd done things progressively that scared me, that earlier things were not as scary as the next things, but they basically built me up to do what those things were. And if I hadn't done the previous one, I wouldn't have been able to do the next one. And I know that sounds like a load of shit, I understand, but please bear with me. I'm getting all my bits and bobs prepared so I can show it to you, because I'm a shower, not a teller. Or is it grower, not a shower? Alright, let's move you closer. Do you prefer... Should I move it further away so I can chop it up for reels? Fuck it, we'll do that. And I'm going to do it across the way this time. Oh, Oh, got bank statements from a client, and I need to send these to an agent right this second, because the second they get these bank statements, let me just type, I can't type and talk. The second they get these bank statements, the second the offer gets accepted and we get another deal. So that'd be fucking exciting. Hey, please see attached the bank statement as requested. If you like anything else, it's weird how we talk so differently over email, by the way. Have you ever noticed that? Kind regards. Again, why do we say all this shit? Kind regards, Scott McPherson. And it's like, I don't know why we all just talk so fucking weird over email. Why can't we just normalise talking fucking normally over email? Send. Alright, let's give her a wee call, eh? Come on, please. I'll try calling again in a minute. Right, time to talk shit, but make a really important point. I know I've been fucking around this whole video, but I really want to make this like an important point. So yeah, building confidence. This is coming from someone who was fucking told that they had like severe anxiety, right? And when you get labelled something, it's good to have a label because you know that you've got it and you know how to like overcome it, but it fucking sucks at the same time because I didn't want that label, okay? So how old was I what year was it when I was 20? 97 plus 20. 2017. I'm going to do like so this is 2017. Scott is 20 years old and he decides that he's going to do, this is stage 1. By the way, I'm one of those people that I do a lot of things, right? And then I try and act all cool that it was actually a master plan. This was not a master plan. This was, I'll do something and then I'll see what I do next, all right? So like, this was not like a big plan. But stage 1 of the plan was do something that was scary, but not overly too scary in the sense that it's not as bad as the rest, okay? So that was do a men's physique competition, right? A men's physique competition. Now that is when you get shredded. Like, see, like 90 days, well, I done a 90-day shred, so I worked with a PT, and I got like shredded, like when veins coming all up here, and I look fucking ripped. Nothing like I do now, but I got shredded. But at the end of the 90 days, I had to go and compete on stage. And that's when you go on stage, you do your wee wave, and you're all topless, and you got shorts, and you go like that, you do your poses, and all that, and you do fucking muscular, you do all of that, right? And, that was, at the time for me, the scariest fucking thing I've ever done. And by the end, my goal was just to prove I'm not someone that will get, controlled by their anxiety. I wanted to fucking fight against it, okay? So that was what I done the first time. I came last. But my goal was just to fucking do it, man. Like, if I came first, that would have been fucking amazing. And it's usually losers that say shit like what I'm saying just now. Oh, my goal was this. But nah, it genuinely was from the start. I just wanted to fucking compete, and that was it. I didn't want a career in it. That was the only one that I'd done. So if we move forward to 2020, stage 2. Now, stage 2 of the plan, I keep saying plan, it wasn't a fucking plan. The second thing that I done was go traveling, hand style, all right, solo. So went traveling, and before this I had been on holidays with my family, and obviously like they took care of the flights, like they organized the shit right when I was a kid. But this was the first time I had to organize everything and go traveling by myself at the start of 2020. And the start of 2020, as you may know, there was a little thing called this, right? So it made it 10 times fucking harder. But for me at the time, the scary thing was going traveling by myself. So I went to Dubai, I went to Thailand, then Bali, then Australia, and I was in Australia for about 9 months or something doing like farm work. And that was like really, I was in a bubble like my whole life in the north of Scotland. And this was like breaking out of it, like breaking out of the Simpsons dome and just doing something by myself. That was fucking like terrifying. And it lasted a long time. So this was like 90 days. And the terrifying part was like really, it was an afternoon. It was the stage. So that was one afternoon. But that was scary for a long fucking time. Like a long time. But what's important is if I hadn't have done this, I may have not have done this. Because if I said, like I said to myself, if I was able to do that, then I'm able to do this, right? So I'm starting to use that to help me talk myself into doing this rather than talking myself out of it, okay? So traveling solo, that was a long time. That was fucking scary. And then 2021 comes. So I've come back from traveling. And whilst I was traveling in Australia, that's when I decided to get into property. I went to a property networking event. I've done a whole video on this. I'll probably try and link it in the description below, but that's where I discovered property and I decided to come back and get into property. So 2021 comes, I do my first flip. Now with my first flip, I had absolutely no experience. I was a lifeguard. swim teacher, hadn't put up a shelf, didn't know shit from shit. I had no fucking experience and I had no clue what I was doing. So doing this first flip was like the next big scary thing, because with this, the only thing that could go wrong was to me, right? But with the flip, it was like there was people working there, like they could get injured. Like, have I got the insurance done right? Have I got the project management done right? There's people relying on me, right? For the first time ever, by the way, that was like the first time I had like a lot of responsibility outside of just like myself. So in order to do this, I said to myself, if I can do that, then I can do this. If I can do these two things, I can do that. And now you're starting to like leverage shit you've done in order to do this. And people go, oh my God, I can't believe you managed to do that. It's like, yeah, but I had to do these two things in order to get there. And there's like a bunch of other like little things that like stack up as a pile of evidence, right? You're like a lawyer, you're building like a big case of evidence to show that you are confident. So this, undeniable proof that I had confidence, undeniable proof that I had confidence, and here again, undeniable proof that I had confidence. Yes, I felt anxious throughout all of it. The anxiety, that's not going to fucking go anywhere, but you're doing it despite of being anxious. So the trick is, do shit despite of being anxious, right? So I done my first flip. That lasted 1 year. You know why? Because I didn't know shit. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it. And at the end of 2022, that was stage 4, which is pretty much what I'm in just now, and probably will be for life. And there's like other things that I'm going to talk about that I've got planned. But stage 4, that was move to Sheffield and start a business. So move 400 miles. I'm almost a proclaimer. Start business. From scratch, might I add. Didn't know anyone. Absolutely didn't know anyone. You probably heard me say that about 1 million times before. I sound like one of those broken records, but it's fucking true. Didn't know anyone. I'd never even been to Sheffield. Like, it was just fucking, let's move somewhere and just hope it works, right? But I'm going to sound like a broken record again, but that's how you get a fucking point across, innit? If I hadn't have done all of these 3 things, I certainly, and I know this for a fact, I fucking never would have done that. I never would have came down here and done this. So, like I've said before, it's about leveraging experience. It's about building so much evidence. That is fucking evidence that although I do feel anxiety, it's a natural thing to feel. And although I do get scared before doing things, I have evidence that no matter what, I'll get it done. I'll get it done, and that's what you need to build. You need to build a case study of evidence. Like, it could be just starting off small, and then you work your way up. Like, that was probably an extreme one to start off with, but it could just be like going to the shops. Going to the shops and then doing this and then doing this, and then you start building up the evidence. You're like, oh, if I can do that, I can do this. And then do you know the fucking best part? I'm going to talk about the best part just now. All right, here is the quote best part. Now I have a stack of evidence that I know that I can get shit done if I put my mind to it, right? And that's just confidence. Like, I know that's the case. So now when I'm like, I want to do something, I go into it knowing that I'll be able to do it. So for example, right, I've got a London Marathon coming up. I'm not really good at this. I've never run further than 5K. My fitness is fucking gone just now. I've not done any fitness in months, but I know that I'll be able to do that. And I know I'll figure a way out. Even though that scares the shit out of me. Like, it fucking does, because it's a marathon at the end of the day. It's a fucking long time. But it's not just me running the marathon that's the goal. I'm also doing it for Macmillan Cancer, right? So I'm doing it for Macmillan Cancer. Link it below if you want to donate. Everything helps. That'd be cool. But I'm also doing it for Macmillan Cancer. So now I can't back out. I don't want to back out because I want to help that. I want to help that cause. It means a lot, right? So I know I'm not going to let that cause down. And they probably wouldn't notice if I didn't do it, but I don't want to fucking let them down. I told them I'm going to do it, and now I know I'm going to do it. Because I have all of these things that I've done despite being scared. So I acknowledge I'm scared of that. That ain't going to go away. I know I'm scared of that, but I now know I'm not going to let them down. I'm not going to back out because I know I'm going to fucking do it, right? And another thing I done last night was a podcast with Dean. And I literally, I don't know when this will be out, the podcast episode, right? I literally say it on the episode, I am scared. I'm nervous. I'm anxious. But I still went and done it, right? I was holding up a cup of water and it was like shaking. You can see, when you watch the episode, right, you'll see like the water shake. You hear my voice, like I'm a bit nervous, right? You hear it. Like, I was terrified, but I knew that I wasn't going to let him down because I have all these other things to show that even when I'm scared, I'm going to fucking do it. And I keep drilling that point in, but that is a big point of this video, okay? Look, I know I've been talking about me a lot, and you might be thinking, fucking well done, Scott. You've done all of this, well done. You're amazing, Scott. We get it, right? Oh, well, thank you. But the point is, right, do things in despite of fear. Acknowledge that fear is okay. It's okay to have it. It's fucking normal. If you're like, oh, I feel scared, I feel anxious. Like, that is totally, it's a human emotion just as much as happiness is, or stress, right? It's a normal thing to feel. And I understand, like, people feel it a lot more, and that's what I struggled with in the past. Believe me, I empathize with you. But acknowledge that it's there and just start small and build your way up to doing great and grand things. And people will say, wow, fucking hell, what courage you've got. Like, how brave you are. Like, how do you not get scared and all? And you're like, yeah, I fucking do get scared, but I built my way up one step at a time. Like, we're in this for the long run. Like, life lasts, hopefully, for everyone watching this, it lasts decades, right? So there's no point in jumping into something that's, like, ridiculously fucking massive that you know you won't do. Because if you don't, let's say you sign up to do one thing, right? And then you don't do it. And then you sign up to do a second thing, you back out and you don't do it because these things were just way out of your reach, right? They're way too fucking difficult. You're going to build a stack of evidence that you fucking quit, that you're scared and you don't commit. That's the wrong stack of evidence. So the best thing to do is just start off small and work your way up. So then you get these 1 win, 2 win, 3 win, 4 win, and you got compounding interest. It's like it compounds and it builds your confidence, right? So don't build the stack of evidence that you're shit because you overcommit to things that are just way out of your reach or way out of your fucking comfort zone. Do things that are a little bit out of your comfort zone. And then before you know it, after about 2 or 3 years, you're doing fucking mental shit and businesses and stuff, and people think, I don't know how you do it. And you're like, well, it's because I built a stack of evidence despite I was feeling scared.
So then at least you've got options, but we probably really haven't got much time for that. So what I would be doing now if I was you is...
I'll be back in 2 seconds and a estate agent's calling me. I think it's about the deal we got accepted.
Alright, mate, you do that.
2 seconds. Hello?
Hi, Scott. And then once I've got that last green light, I just send everything out to solicitors.
Amazing. And then it's memorandum of sale, is that?
Yeah, exactly that. So once I've got that last green light, I'll send the offer acceptance letters out to the seller and the buyer.
Amazing. Awesome. Right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Scott. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Come on! Another one! Fucking... Right. Got to get these sent across. I want to call with Justin as well. Fucking nuts. Right. This... I know this is very messy. I'm really sorry. Right, I'm going to get these sent across. That's a nice end to the video. I'll see you next time, and remember to subscribe. Fucking love you all. Bye.
You would actually be creating. That's probably going to be the next step in 2025, I would have thought.
Yeah, 100%. We need to... What's up, mate? All done.
Well, we just got to get the solicitor information across, and then that's a fucking another one. Yes, boys. Fucking shagger. Got it all on video as well because I'm a fucking G. Yes.